In the world of human-powered vehicles, it's all about speed. The current world record is 89.59 miles an hour, set here, Battle Mountain, Nevada. Two great rivals of the HPV world, veteran designer and rider Mike Burrows and engineer Glen Thompson, came together a few years ago after deciding at a close friend's funeral to collaborate for the first time, and in one last effort aimed to create a bicycle that could travel at over 90 miles per hour.
The computer has done a lot of modelling for us, and it suggests that based on my power output, rolling resistance of the tyres and the aerodynamics, what it understands about aerodynamics, it's possibly the most streamlined thing in the world as it stands at the moment, but then there's still quite a few unknowns, I suspect. I mean, this is the chassis that will go inside, and we quite consciously chose a separate chassis shell. What the steering goes on like a conventional bicycle. I'm pushing, that's the axle. I'm simply pushing the axle back and forward on one side. It's rotating just inside there. There's a spherical joint inside the wheel, which means that the chain is unaffected by the steering. Just the one gear, which a lot of people think you need gears to go fast, and you don't. You just need the right gear. One of the interesting things has been working out what we know about things, aerodynamics, steering, geometry, but this, you always know the unknown unknowns, famously, and they all seem to come back to the human element.
Testing the bicycle, now known as Soup Dragon, was critical as the team prepared to go to the annual event at Battle Mountain. Barney Townsend, Thompson's colleague from South Bank University, collaborated with Autodesk to help develop the outer shell of the bicycle.
We've used the software as a fundamental modelling tool throughout the project, apart from, of course, the first frame designs, which were done in a completely analogue way by Mike Burrows, who doesn't use CAD software. It enabled us to have a lot of confidence and faith in our reverse engineering of his initial designs to build up the digital model, to examine various characteristics of the steering system and all sorts of various mechanical elements. But we're very excited to see where the generative design capability will lead us, which slightly turns the design and structural analysis process on its head a little bit. You're looking at it from the opposite end of things and asking the computer to do the work that you would have probably done in the past.
Before the team's departure, Burrows, who is 75, decided he would not go to Battle Mountain.
I don't feel right in it. The handling and everything, the geometry, all of that absolutely does work. As far as I'm concerned, we've built a brilliant machine. It's just I'm not the person to ride it.
He would, however, help find another rider.
It's an old man. Right, yeah, I think so. Well,
Russell Bridge stepped in at the last minute.
I'm relatively the same size as Mike. I think my feet are slightly bigger, so I'm slightly nervous about feet fitting in there. I've done it for about 5 or 6 years. I've ridden a couple of machines in the race series there, so we normally do 13 or 14 races a year.
The team travelled out to Battle Mountain, Nevada, knowing they had a great design in Soup Dragon. But with a new rider, it would be an uphill struggle to attempt to break records. It turned out this was only the beginning of their difficulties. Soup Dragon was never delivered to the team, but ended up in Reno, a 3-hour drive away.
We have, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have saved our trip.
Awesome.
When the team eventually found her safe and sound, in a cruel twist, it appeared disaster had struck.
I mean, the nose is just completely smashed in, back tails, got a great big tear in it. So it's actually, it's not that bad actually.
No.
From the photographs it looked awful.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was like half the bite.
Quarter was gone.
What I'd like to do is get it off this flange now on the window screen.
This vehicle off the road. Can do. Let's put the bike up right in front.
How does that feel in terms of height of the handlebar as well? So we put it back in as best we could.
So Soup Dragon, I'm starting your 4-minute clock.
That's fine. Okay. Careful. Okay, right. It's behind.
So understand. 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's go.
On the course, Super Dragon on the course, and it just successfully retracted the landing gear as well, so it is a bike.
That was smart.
That was beautiful. We love that landing gear.
So scary.
The next one's pretty
I was
close.
moving around so much. It's horrible.
So we had Russell in Soup Dragon.
Yeah.
93, I mean, 53.81 legal win. That's a 50-mile-an-hour half.
Well, it's like you said, you came here to learn this year. I know you've learned a lot. And so next year you beef the thing up, make it a little more sturdy if you need to, and you get a rock and run.
From the data that we've got, we know that the core design principles that we've based this on are good.
We can now go back and take those principles and really develop them and build, a much stiffer bike.
As with all journeys, this one has a long way to go. The team is now working alongside more students at Southbank University in London using Autodesk Fusion software to create the next generation of bicycle. Maybe next year, in Battle Mountain, Nevada, history will be made.